to 1204. But still today, we have an amazing legend that says, if you look at that column few seconds, your wife or your husband, your girlfriend or your boyfriend get in love of you, will be faithful to you for 24 hours. That's all, I'm sorry. I'm very lucky, I'm here every day, so I look the call and I suppose my husband has no chance to betray me today. Yeah, sure, but if I'm here every day, never say never. Where is my husband now, for example? I don't know. Okay, this way. Pisa has never been dominated by Arabs, but Pisans conquered Spain. So they look for some beautiful Arab influence inside the big mosques in Cordoba. And that inside is very clear. We have a lot of black and white striped decorations, typical characteristic of mosques. We have a lot of point arches. They are not Gothic arches, but they are Arab arches. And on the upper side, we have a beautiful open galleries, space reserved to women. And also in the mosques, women stay separated by men. During 1595, we have had a terrible fire. Oh, that was really a stupid accident. It was provoked by a restorer. He was restoring the lead ceiling outside, but he forgot a big barbecue, a big braziers on the roof for all the night. The fire developed over the facade and destroyed most of the original masterpiece. Today, we have saved only 3 important masterpieces because they were over the opposite side, over the main altar. We still conserve the central floor. It's a beautiful mosaic under the cupola, and that belonged to the 12th century. We still conserve a beautiful Byzantine mosaic inside the apsidal cone above the main altar that belonged to the second half of 13th century. And we still conserve the original pulpit, 14th century. All the other masterpieces, I mean, mid-altar, paintings, glasses, and the ceiling was rebuilt later. They're very beautiful, they're very precious, but doesn't belong to the early construction, doesn't belong to the medieval time. Also the ceiling is very beautiful. It's a beautiful wood lacquer ceiling covered with a gold leaf. That was demanded by Medici family. In that particular moment, Pisa was under the Florentine domination. In fact, in the middle of the ceiling, there is a big coat of arms with the 6 balls, the symbol of Florence. And the rich family, to show to everybody they was so rich and so important, they ordered the first gold coming from Machu Picchu. That is really the first official gold got inside Italy at the time. Very, very precious. In front of the church, we have the beautiful baptistry. Okay, we go in the corner, is a window. In front of the church, the beautiful baptistry, and that beautiful monument, like most of the other Italian baptistry, was built far from the church, completely separated. People used to be baptized before they got inside the cathedral. Originally, the top of that cupola was completely open like Pantheon in Rome, and so rain, water got inside, was directed in the middle, and people used to be baptized by full immersion. They completely immersed until they had, because they really follow very ancient tradition. The word baptism takes the name from the Greek word baptizo, that means immersion. And so with immersion, they merged in that, they get new life like Christians. That baptistry was begun in 1152 by Deoti Salvi, but when arrived at the first part of the blind arches, he died. So the second part was continued by Nicola and by his son Giovanni Pisano. So with the baptistry, we could assist to the passage from the Roman style to the Gothic style. Look, the second part is more rich, more decorated, full of pinnacles, statues, and beautiful decorations. In the middle, you recognize the Virgin with child, the 4 evangelists, the 12 apostles, and on the other side, all the prophets. On the really top, St. John the Baptist, the symbol of baptism. That baptistry is very, very famous in all of the world for the echo, for the big resounding sound. And still today it's possible to hear the famous exhibition. There is a gentleman or a lady, I don't know today, she sings different notes, different sound. It's possible to hear a very big echo, but the final echo it's like an organ. That depends on the cupola built in a very original way. First of all, architects closed the baptistry with a cone shape. So from here you can see the top of that cone. Later, they added the big dome over. Among cone shape and dome, they left empty galleries. Thanks to those empty places that we can hear a so strong echo. That is fantastic. The next echo will be 3 o'clock, but the next one 3:30. So now, my dear friend, I give you logistic information. At the end of Monumental Cemetery, you find a big grey gate. That is the public toilet. Cost 30 cents a minute.
ते टावर पडताय आणि त्याला धरून ठेवते असं फोटो काढते.
आपको फोटो ले लो
ले मैंने दूर से पास से लेके कोई फायदा नहीं है.
तो मैं खड़ा होता था यहाँ पे मेरा ही ले लो.
आपका ले लेते अब दोनों
आइए प्रकाश श्वास अरे आमच्या फोटो काय काय नुसतं लिनिंग टावर. चलो मैडम
बरेच दिवसांनी
ते माझ्याकडे पाच सगळे एक एक मागे सूर्यास्तामुळे कसे काळे 4 चेहरे आले सगळ्यात.
4 चेहरे आले. काय म्हणाली ऐकलं का प्रकाश? सूर्य इतका गरम असतो की आता बुडायला लागला की पाण्यामध्ये इतकं गरम निखारा गेल्याचं
कोणाकोणाला पाहिजे सुपारी
काय सुपारी हवी.
आतमध्ये 1-2 वेळामध्ये असं झालं. कल का प्रोग्राम बताइए.